Abby.
Hey, Tori.
What do you want to talk about today?
Well, I haven't had too great of a day.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I ended up covering a shift for one of my coworkers, and I ended up staying at the desk until 4, and I was only scheduled until 3. My replacement, she never showed up, and I ended up having to email our boss about it and close up the desk, and that just took me an additional hour.
How does that make you feel?
Not too great. Basically, I feel like I threw her under the bus, and that she's not going to be happy with me for letting our boss know that. But at the same time, I feel like she doesn't appreciate my time, and that her time was more valuable in that specific incident.
I'm sorry that happened to you. I can understand why that would be frustrating for you.
Too, but it just kind of went downhill from there with classes and everything. I had a guy in there in 2 of my classes who was a bit of a jerk. He's in 2 of my group projects, and he didn't really do his part that he said he was going to do this weekend, and he told us he had it done, and he didn't. But he was drunk texting me this weekend asking me to do his part, and we got into a bit of an argument there. We also had a meeting with our professor, one-on-one with her in our group, and he ended up showing up for the last 5 minutes, and just brought more frustration to that. On top of that, about 30 minutes until class started, that's whenever he shared the PowerPoint with the rest of our group, so we didn't even know what we were talking about up until about the time class started, and even then we were a little bit scattered and all over the place.
So I know that you talked about your group mate. Did you say his name was Kyle?
Yes.
And how he didn't do his part.
Right.
Have you thought about talking to the professor?
I've thought about it. I've thought about talking to both because, again, he's in both classes. But this late into the semester, I wouldn't think that they would do too much because I haven't said anything beforehand, and we've already submitted our peer reviews for the 8-week mark. So I feel like at this point it's almost just not even feasible.
Right. I understand what you're saying. Do you think it might help if you still go to your professor?
It might. It might give me some peace of mind, at least knowing that I gave it my best effort. But anyways, the next part that was just not so great. I had an exam today in MSIS, and I'm not very fond of that class. I'm very much struggling. I got a 69 on the first exam, and I got what I think I failed it this time around. So I'm really struggling on that one. But then right after I had that presentation where we went into it, and it just didn't go so well because we didn't know who was talking about what.
Mm-hmm. You said that you had an exam for MSIS?
Yes.
What is MSIS?
It's Math Science Information Systems, and it's one of the upper level classes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just a how to work a computer class, it's more of the statistics and calculus part of it. Lots of math, so it's really frustrating.
Okay. I know that OSU it is the Lasso Center, and then they have kind of a math area. Have you attempted to go there?
Yeah, actually, I talked to a friend today. I went to a small group, and I found out she works at the Lasso Center, and so she knows one of the girls who tutors in there. Her name's Catherine, so she's setting me up with her. So we actually have an appointment this Sunday.
That's great. How do you feel about it?
I'm a little nervous. I don't like having these meetings. Tutoring, it just kind of makes me, it's a very humbling experience. I don't like getting help. So we'll see how that goes, but our first meeting's on Sunday afternoon.
Okay, you'll have to let me know how that goes next week.
I will. But on a happier note, I did have, bittersweet, I had a bit of a meltdown today leading up to my presentation, so I didn't have the clothes that I originally planned to wear. They had some oil stains on it, but luckily my friend was able to offer me a different shirt, so it all worked out.
Well, I'm glad that you had a friend that was able to help you.
Me too.
Do you want to discuss anything else about your day?
Aside from that, life is getting better. I'm hanging out with some friends this weekend. It's all going to be good.
That sounds wonderful. What are your plans for the weekend?
So I'm going to go to homecoming. My sister's coming up, and my friends are going to join me, and my sister and her 2 girls are coming up, and we're just going to enjoy ourselves, have some girl time.
That sounds wonderful.